The story is set in a land called Oz, a place where beauty and wonder coexist. However, beneath its glittering cities and seemingly perfect facade lies a web of intrigue and injustice. Amidst this society, Elphaba is born, a girl with green skin who becomes a symbol of oddity in Oz. Despite facing ridicule, Elphaba possesses remarkable intelligence and an unyielding determination to challenge the world's prejudices against her. In one of Oz's bustling cities, there is a lively university. At this institution, a young woman named Galinda arrives. Galinda is portrayed as a popular figure who has a natural ability to bring joy to those around her. She shines brightly like a beacon, yet behind her polished exterior, she grapples with self-doubt and moral dilemmas about her life's purpose. During the university's vibrant atmosphere, tensions suddenly arise when a mysterious green-skinned figure, Elphaba, appears in the crowd. Her striking appearance captures everyone's attention as she introduces herself as someone who was born different. Elphaba shares her story, revealing that she is the daughter of a woman named Melina, who was married to Mr. FX. Her birth was considered a divine punishment due to her unusual appearance. Consequently, her mother decided to have another child, leading to the birth of Nessa, who appeared human but was physically disabled. Amid the silence, Galinda makes an effort to show kindness to Elphaba. However, Elphaba interprets this gesture as insincere due to her childhood experiences of mockery and bullying. Elphaba's presence at the university is not for her own sake but to accompany her younger sister Nessa. Their father had tasked Elphaba with caring for Nessa, believing she was incapable of managing on her own. Once all the preparations are complete, the university's new student orientation begins. During the event, a magical instructor named Madame Moral is introduced, renowned for her ability to control the weather. Instantly, Moral captivates Galinda. Enthralled, Galinda approaches Moral after the presentation and expresses her desire to learn magic. However, Moral explains that her exclusive magic classes are reserved for exceptional individuals, and Galinda does not meet the criteria. After the orientation concludes, the students head to their respective rooms. Since Nessa is regarded as a special individual due to her status as the governor's daughter, a woman named Shinin suddenly offers to assist her. This infuriates Elphaba, who sees the gesture as insincere. Her anger triggers the release of her hidden magical powers, destroying part of the university. Everyone is shocked and terrified by the immense power Elphaba displays. However, the situation is quickly brought under control when Madame Moral intervenes, claiming the incident was caused by her own magic. Elphaba's extraordinary magical abilities catch Moral's attention. Realizing that the person she had been seeking is right in front of her, Moral approaches Elphaba and invites her to join her exclusive magic class. Elphaba initially declines, stating that she is only there to accompany her sister and views her powers as a curse. Undeterred, Moral persistently encourages Elphaba, who eventually accepts the offer and begins to see Moral as a kind mentor. Due to her special status, Elphaba is assigned to share a private room with Galinda. While they often clash at first, their time together allows Galinda to gradually understand Elphaba better. Over time, Elphaba's presence at the university also catches the attention of Dr. Dillamond, a goat-like professor. He grows close to Elphaba, forming a unique bond. An unexpected conflict arises during a class when a message reading "Animals Shouldn't Teach" appears. Deeply offended, Dr. Dillamond dismisses the class in protest. This incident reveals the harsh social realities of Oz, where talking animals like Dr. Dillamond face systemic discrimination. Their rights are severely restricted, from education to freedom of speech. Witnessing such treatment stirs Elphaba's deep empathy for Dr. Dillamond. While others abandon him, Elphaba stays by his side, offering support, which leads to a close friendship between them. Although Elphaba possesses immense magical power, she struggles to control it. After days of training with Madame Moral, she begins to grasp how to use her abilities. She discovers that her magic often surges uncontrollably when she is angry, causing objects around her to fly chaotically. The sorrow and mistreatment Dr. Dillamond endures only deepen Elphaba's concerns. One day, she secretly follows him home and witnesses the worsening treatment of talking animals by humans. It becomes clear that there is a systematic effort to erase these creatures from human society. To make matters worse, she discovers that the animals are gradually losing their ability to speak. Determined to act, Elphaba decides to report the situation to the ruler of Oz, known as the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, who resides in the Grand Emerald City. After discussing her plans with Dillamond, she returns to the university. On her way back, she accidentally encounters a man named Fa. Their meeting leaves Fa stunned, as he has never met anyone like Elphaba before. The next day, their paths cross again when Fiero arrives at the university. His charming appearance catches Galinda's attention, and she quickly attempts to win his favor. Her interest is reciprocated, and a romantic relationship begins to blossom between them. The university is a place of grandeur, offering exciting activities, including a lively evening dance party with enchanting music. Initially, Elphaba is reluctant to attend the event. However, Galinda persistently encourages her, suggesting that wearing the witch's hat she gifted Elphaba would make her look beautiful. Touched by Galinda's kind words, Elphaba eventually decides to join the party. Before departing for Emerald City, Elphaba approaches Madame Moral with a request to admit Galinda into her magic class. Despite her good intentions, Elphaba faces challenges in adjusting to the new social environment. When she arrives at the bustling party, her presence draws attention, but not in a positive way. Many view her as strange, and no one dares approach her. Seeing Elphaba being ignored, Galinda, unable to stand by, begins mimicking Elphaba's movements on the dance floor. Her gesture reignites the festive atmosphere, prompting others to join in and enjoy the celebration. This marks the beginning of their friendship, with Galinda resolving to help Elphaba become more socially accepted, just like herself. The following day, Dr. Dillamond's worst fears come true. He is suddenly arrested by the authorities, and a law prohibiting talking animals from interacting with humans is fully enforced. Before being taken away, Dillamond attempts to warn Elphaba of a major conspiracy in Oz but is unable to finish his message. This incident becomes a turning point for Elphaba. She realizes that the land of Oz is plagued by systemic injustice and resolves to fight against the oppressive system, fully aware of the significant risks involved in her decision. News of Elphaba's extraordinary magical abilities eventually reaches the highest authority in Oz. Shortly after Dr. Dillamond's arrest, Elphaba receives a special invitation to Emerald City, a rare honor reserved for remarkable individuals. This news brings joy not only to Elphaba but also to her friends. As she prepares for her journey, several people, including Fa, come to see her off. Fa begins to show his growing admiration for Elphaba, drawn to her kindness and compassionate nature. After bidding farewell to her friends, Elphaba boards the carriage sent to fetch her. Displaying her generosity, she invites Galinda to accompany her to Emerald City. Upon their arrival, Elphaba and Galinda are greeted by the grandeur of Emerald City, a vibrant metropolis bathed in shades of green and inhabited by seemingly warm and welcoming people. Their arrival is celebrated with great enthusiasm, reflecting the city's high regard for them. Following the welcoming festivities, they are led to an enormous gate. Walking through the grand corridors, they notice numerous monkey soldiers stationed along the way, creating an unsettling atmosphere that makes Elphaba begin to doubt her decision to meet the wonderful Wizard of Oz. When they enter a vast chamber, they are startled by the appearance of an intimidating giant face. However, as Elphaba introduces herself, the true identity of the wizard is revealed, a seemingly kind man known as the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, who welcomes them warmly. The wizard explains that he needs Elphaba's help to harness her powers to improve Emerald City. However, his vision conflicts with Alphaba's desire to end the oppression of talking animals. To gain her trust, the wizard assigns her a simple task, to use her magic to animate an inanimate object. He provides her with a book called the Grim Air, containing advanced spells to assist her. Alphaba successfully completes the task, but unbeknownst to her, her actions aid the wizard in developing a mechanism to intensify the oppression of talking animals. The shocking truth is soon revealed: the wizard's true intent is to exploit Alphaba's powers to enslave talking animals, strip them of their ability to speak, and reduce them to ordinary beasts. Realizing the truth, Alphaba is overcome with anger and disappointment. The wizard she had once admired and respected turns out to be a manipulative figure, power-hungry and leading with corruption. Upon uncovering this reality, Alphaba decides to leave Emerald City with Galinda. Her refusal to submit to the ruling regime leads Madame Moral to send an army of evolved flying monkeys to capture Alphaba, all while spreading rumors that the changes in the monkeys were caused by the green-skinned Alphaba. During their escape, Galinda hesitates, feeling uncertain and unprepared for Alphaba's radical decision to oppose the government. However, amidst the escalating danger, the two work together to flee Emerald City. Hoping to gain extraordinary powers to confront the guards, Alphaba instead discovers a magic staff. She uses it to aid in her escape from the city. Though Alphaba manages to flee, Galinda is briefly captured, and their paths begin to diverge. Alphaba resolves to continue her fight against the oppressive regime, while Galinda, fearing the consequences of their actions, chooses to return to Emerald City and resume her role as an ally to the wizard. And this is the end of the story.